Kia ora, welcome to Friday afternoon. I hope you've had a great week. It's been a busy week for me as I've been setting up Filament and going live. And I'm delighted to welcome you to the first of what I hope will be a regular series of the Filament Fast 5 book review. Why am I doing this? If like me, you love books and spent too long in the library at school instead of out doing lots of other things, you will know that there are so many great books out there, but there is so little time to read them all. And how do you find the good stuff? So what I'm hoping to do with this is share with you some of the books I've encountered on my business journey through my career, all with the aim of helping you guys locate some of the good stuff and acting as a shortcut, given how busy we all are. So I hope you'll let me know your thoughts on this. Love to hear your thoughts on the books that I'm featuring and also take your suggestions. And this week we're going to kick off with an oldie but a goodie, and that is The First 90 Days by Michael D. Watkins. The premise of the book is that when you enter a new management or leadership role, those first 90 days in that role are absolutely critical for your success. Those who've employed you, those on whose success you depend, your team and your colleagues, are all forming judgments and are making decisions about your competence in that role. And there's a danger in starting to act too quickly, and there's also a danger in not being sufficiently kind of clear on the steps that you're going to take and how you're going to take people on the journey in your new role. So 5 things that I really enjoyed about this book, key principles to kind of live and work by in your professional life. First of all, defining your learning agenda. When you enter that new role, actually being really conscious about what you need to leave behind, what you need to unlearn, what you need to learn anew, and what you need to relearn, and finding the people and the resources that can help you do that. Michael also makes the point that horizontal coalitions really matter. Now, what do we mean by this? Horizontal coalitions are actually your relationship with your peer group and your colleagues. You might sit on a leadership team. You might have people who are leading other teams at the same level as you. Actually building relationships and taking the time to get to know those people, what makes them tick, what their strengths are, how they are the same or different to yours, is really important. Third principle, how to negotiate what success looks like with your boss. This is really important. They're ultimately responsible for your employment beyond those 90 days. And it's really critical that you both know where you stand and what you're agreeing you're going to have achieved and bring back to your boss in order to help them succeed as much as yourself. Point 4, how to identify and secure quick wins. You need to be able to balance off the ability to make an impact, but not act too quickly or too prematurely on the basis of poor knowledge or insight into the organization or the challenges that it's facing. And the 5th point is managing yourself. Something all leaders have to do. It's arguably one of the hardest parts of the job. You need to be able to bring enormous self-awareness of what your triggers are, what your strengths are, how you process pressure and stress, because people are always reading you as a leader, something that leaders often forget. The only watch out I would suggest about the first 90 days is really, it's very academic in its focus. So Michael's so thorough and so comprehensive that it's almost a full-time job if you're going to really follow all of his exercises and practical tips to the letter. But I think what outweighs that is the fact that this book delivers a sort of field manual for taking on leadership roles or more responsibility within an organization when you have multiple reports and you're starting to have to think about how you operate outside of a discipline or a specialism that has got you that promotion in the first place. Over the last 10 years, I've used it 3 or 4 times as I've moved into new roles. It allows you to methodically plan out how you're going to tackle that time and set yourself up for success. I've seen new leaders, very senior leaders, actually fall flat on their face because they have essentially been completely unaware of the insights that this book has. Conversely, others have absolutely thrived because they've clearly been alert to this. So if you're facing a role as a manager or a leader and you're in that transition phase, then this is well worth spending some time with. And as I say, treat it like a field manual. If you'd like to borrow my copy, then message me and we can set up a coffee and I can talk to you about the value I found in it at more length. But anyway, hope that was useful and let me know your thoughts. See you next time.